Hello, my friends. B-Dog here. So I'm back, as I mentioned yesterday. I want to continue this prep for domination. It's the first one we've had. It's been months of prep, or months of saving. So I wanted to give just a quick guide. There's going to be, if I actually do the upgrading, it's probably going to be 2 or 3 hours. So I won't walk through the whole upgrading. I'll probably record it. But in this video, I just want to show you my mindset as I start to claim, train, upgrade. I'm just going to kind of give you my mindset because, as mentioned, I joined my map, so I'm fully on my map now. So just as we start off, one thing I'm paying attention to is I click on to Denver, and you see that it's at 104,000 power. I will be watching that because I don't think 2K would ever change your map once the event starts. They better not, but you just never know with 2K. A lot of times they'll switch things up on you, and I even thought so on the mini DOMs they changed the the top reward over the event power you need. I mean not the points. So I thought they would lower the points in the big DOM too, but it doesn't appear they're going to. So 250,000 is quite a bit. So no changes there, but what I'm looking at is this power. So I got this 104,000 power on my Denver. And then just to double check, so I have not claimed or trained yet. This is literally right after I joined the DOM from yesterday, and I haven't done anything since. But I'm going to actually take a screenshot. Here's my best team power of 107,252. So I'm just screenshotting because I got to save a before and after. I got to. It's been months in the waiting, so I'm just doing that. And like I said, I'm not going to upgrade this video, but I'm going to show you my mindset going into claiming, training, and upgrading. So for now, my teams are empty. I haven't done anything yet. The first and easiest thing to do is to come into what I've been saving. So like I mentioned, I've been saving my Cosmic Jasper rewards. So this should already, just by claiming these guys, it's going to up my power by quite a bit. But I love Grant Hill. He was actually my favorite player growing up. So there's a good small forward. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, great center. And I got 2 Derrick Roses this last event, free to play, which is awesome. So what's going to be awesome with that is that's event points on 2 teams. He's Cosmic Jasper. I'm going to have two roses, and I'm going to upgrade those guys a lot. So I'll have 2 teams with this rose on them, which is going to be awesome. And they'll be getting me style bonus. So huge win there for this event. And then the mini power cap, I got some rewards, but I'm not so concerned about those. So that's the easiest claim. That's what my power did. So it jumped up already. You see it jumped up 14,000 just by doing that. The other thing, so I am so particular at how I upgrade. So as you guys know, NBA 2K gives you a 500 card limit on how many cards you can have. So I've been at that ceiling for months, and I've had to just, what sucks is you can't save food for upgrades. So I'm going to be upgrading a ton, but I won't have enough food to actually train up all of my players to the max, like to their max ability. There's another Cosmic Jasper. That's cool. So that's a good super pack. That's a great super pack. But as I was saying, so, you have this 500 card limit, which I've been at the top of for a long time. Let's see, I'm going to just make sure I lock these. So I've been at this limit for a long time, and I just don't have a lot of food with that. And then with my power up, so if I go to training, I've been using these a lot because I've been using pearls to create a lot of mentors. So in prep for Dom, one thing I did was I created mentors for each position. So this will bump up my top positions by another 13,000. Same thing with my hill. I've got a few. So take a look at these. I've got great mentors to add to these as well. So this is going to bump up my power. So as I'm strategizing with my training, I'm going to be strategizing how I place I don't want them to upgrade. Don't upgrade against each other, you silly roses. Um, yeah, why aren't you selecting? I don't want I don't want to train those away. At any rate, so all this to say, I have very limited power-ups, so I've got to be selective with who I power up, who I train. But then with my mentors, so with my top positions, and let's just go look at the top positions now. So I'm going to go auto update right here. My Cosmic Jaspers came in here. But basically, I'm going to add another 13,000 to him. My Jordan looks good, but I'm going to do a lot of training and upgrading. More mentors here. So my top positions are going to up by quite a bit because I saved mentors as well. So you saw that I bumped up, I bumped up already like 13,000, or actually it was about 16,000 or 14,000. Sorry, math is bad. Just by claiming those guys, I can train those guys up, and that will help just by training them. But then adding those 13,000 powers, that's going to up my power. I'm probably going to up another 20,000. That's without doing any training at all. And then as I've shown you guys before, what I'm going to do is, so like my point guards, it'd be nice to keep balanced point guards. I don't know why it's combining I really don't want it to combine my roses. You see how it says ×2? So I can't lock my other rows, which I really don't like. Let's see if I can figure out a way around that. That's really stupid if I can't do that. I should be able to access him here. So I'm going to add a point guard, and there he is. Let's go back to this one. Why are you saying to upgrade? You guys see what I'm talking about? That's really weird. It's like it's trying to make me upgrade, but I want 2 roses for sure. So I'm not going to upgrade them. But at any rate, I am going to be going very strategically through here, and I'm going to be looking at, so like my top point guards, I've got a lot of Currys, which is great. But really what I need to do is, so if I'm gonna go back to my team, and there's so much to this. Like I said, it's gonna take me hours to actually upgrade. But what I want to show you is just that for my top positions, let's just auto update through these teams just to show you kind of what I'm looking at here. And it's such a meticulous video that I get into, but I have to be as careful as possible. I can only upgrade so much. But what you'll see is I'm going to come to, here's my auto update. So my point guard is going to be my highest powered card. So I want to keep training them, but if you remember in my last video, so I started with the most minimum team possible. And I also have, I'm looking at basically position by position, where can I have the biggest upgrade, right? So I want the biggest team overall power upgrade, but also in positions. So my lowest position right now is my power forward. So that means if I upgrade my power forwards up to, so you can see, let's just look at, my small forward is 122,000. My power forward is at 104. So if I want the biggest change in power for my team, it would actually be to upgrade my power forwards and use my energies and use my cards that are food for my power forward, because that's going to have the biggest jump up. Whereas if I start updating my Cosmic Jaspers, I can pump cards into these guys, and I'm going to upgrade them, but you want to see the biggest power changes possible from smallest to biggest. And my highest positions here won't have the biggest power changes, whereas these guys are keeping my max team power low because they're lower now. So I actually want to upgrade those guys as much as possible, because you want the biggest, what you call delta power, but you want the biggest change in power as you go into your new map. So I am going to do an upgrade video, and I'll actually show you what I'm talking about. It's so hard to verbalize unless you actually see what I'm doing. But I'm going to be going very meticulously through each team. So I auto-updated on these teams, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and actually maximize my boosts as well, because I love my boosted players. So like, this Kobe, if I actually bring in the LeBron, he's got a duo boost here. I'm going to be taking those into account as well. And those are kind of my favorite players. Ones that can have these boosts are fantastic. So I'm going to try to use my boosts as much as possible. And it's going to be meticulous, but I'm going to go through and just position by position, tier by tier, card by card. I'm going to make the most out of my training and upgrading. Like I said, only 500 cards or less. I don't have a ton of food. So I really want to make sure that when I'm using cards to train, when I'm using power-ups to train, and when I'm putting on mentors, that I am going to use them to their absolute most potential. And so I'm just going to be thinking through and looking at that. So I will make a video, absolutely, but I just wanted to show you guys how I'm approaching this before I actually start upgrading and training. That claim was awesome. I've been waiting to claim those for a long time, so that felt really good. Now all of this months and months of, or I guess say weeks, of saving is going to pay off, and I'm going to make sure to maximize the amount of upgrades and trains as I do it. So I will make another video, and I'll even show you kind of my before and after once Dom starts. Gameplay and domination, if you don't have this training and upgrading, it is so hard. You know, you're going to have the really good players are going to upgrade 5 teams by 30, 40, 50,000. So if you have not upgraded or don't have that ability, this event is almost impossible. I'm not a big fan of these rewards, so it's like if I missed out, then I wouldn't be crying. But the reason I love this, and the only reason I love this, is because I've been saving my upgrades and training, and I just can't wait to pump everything I've got into my teams. And then I should be at the highest levels when it comes to the map, who's in my map, and I should have one of the highest powers in the map because I've saved for so long. And then it's all free to play. Like I've mentioned before, I'm a free to play player, so I'm looking to get top reward and hopefully dominate. The leaderboard rewards, I don't know if I'll be able to get into these other brackets. It seems like they change these tier rewards by the time you get into the event, but who knows. I really hope they change the power or the event points required, but you just don't know. And it's very hard to know how this event is going to go until it actually starts. One thing that happens is you can get a hacker in your event who will just take one of your maps first try, or one of your states. They'll just take it first try by hacking. And then you get these other guys who just hack to get coins, and they can just fight you off and fight you off and fight you off. And they'll just keep maxing their, if you remember how these work, if you've not been in this event, once you claim an arena, you have a certain amount of power on that arena, and you get it'll up your team power because it's like a measuring gauge. I'll show you gameplay once I get there, but people will just keep it maxed the entire event because they have a ton of coins they hack for, and that's just not me. So unpredictable, not a fun event because of that. And because I don't have coins, a hacker can just screw up my whole event, or someone with coins can. But I have gotten every top reward free to play, including these dominations, and that's only by saving like I have. So long video, there's so much to verbalize, but I'm trying to give you guys a good picture of my approach, how to approach this event. And then after this event, I immediately start saving my claims, my training. I try not to touch my max team power. I don't want to get my power to grow anymore after this event, and I'm gonna just repeat the cycle. If you know my event, if you know my channel, it's every top reward free to play, and that's what I do, and that's what's required to get top reward and domination. So best of luck, you guys. I appreciate all of you guys watching and commenting, and really I'm just here to help. I don't do anything fancy. I don't do any fancy thumbnails. I don't try to do clickbait. Just here to help. So if you need any explanations, any questions you have, I'm always happy to comment and help. But this is a doozy if you can't upgrade, and it's dang near impossible if you don't have coins and you can't upgrade. But these are still to try and help, and if you can't do this, Dom, save for the next one, and I will help you out through that as well. Best of luck, you guys. Have a great rest of your week, and I will do another video as the event starts, and I'll probably actually do a video while I train and upgrade and just show you my thought process through that. And it will help much more than just my trying to verbalize it. But I'll show you how I upgrade and train and all of that. So have a great week, my friends. B-Dog out.